Stephen Curry has been one of the most dominant players in modern NBA. He revolutionized the game with his insane three-pointers and long bombs from way downtown. Today, I'll be putting him in the Kuroko basket roster I have created in NBA 2K16 and see how much of an impact he could make in this new universe. So we'll be simulating 82 games just like a regular NBA season, and then we'll be playing 10 minutes just like in the anime, and I'll be turning off injuries. Alright, so before we continue with the video, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to the channel to support me in creating more Kuroko basket content. Anyway, let's jump into the video. So I'll be using the 2K16 Stephen Curry here and adjusted his stats to be just like in NBA 2K26. So he's a 6'2 point guard, shooting guard, 95 overall with playmaking, outside scoring, and inside scoring. So first off, I'll be simulating a season with Stephen Curry leading his own team against the Kuroko basket characters, the Generation Miracles, and then I'll be simulating seasons with the different Generation Miracles and Kuroko and Kagami or Seirin. So yeah, let's start with his own team. You know which team I'll be using. We will be using the filler team Golden State Warriors here. So here is our lineup in Golden State Warriors, and Curry's back in his old team with a filler player in shooting guard, filler player in small forward, filler player in power forward, and filler player in center. So we will now be simulating one complete season with Stephen Curry leading his own team against the entire Kuroko basket. And by the half of the season, we are the 7th seed with 22 wins and 30 losses. I guess this Golden State Warriors team is not doing well against the Kuroko basket teams. And of course, Curry is going to be the leading scorer with 22.1 points per game, with 9.3 assists as well, and 3 steals, and the best 3-point shooting percentage in Golden State Warriors with 43.2%. In the entire league, Curry is number 6 here. And for steals, Curry is also number 1 in the entire league. And for some reason, Midorima is leading the 3-point percentage, 46.5% from 3, followed by Amin at 45.1 and Curry at 43.2. Well, unfortunately, Curry is nowhere to be found in the award races here. However, he's an all-star and a 3-point contest of participant as well. Alright, I just want to see if Curry is going to win here in the 3-point contest. Hold on. Oh, would you look at that? It's not Curry, it's not Midorima, but it's Ryo Sakurai winning the 3-point contest. Alright, and Kagami here just winning the dunk contest. Anyway, let's simulate the remaining of the season. At the end of the season, it's Kosuke Wakamatsu with MVP with 22.2 points, Akashi with Rookie of the Year, 22.4 points, 6-man is Mitobe with 14.3, Kagami winning DPOY with 3 blocks and 21.5 points and 13 rebounds as well. Stephen Curry, all-NBA second team, and the Golden State Warriors is number 6 with 35 and 47. Rakuzan at the top with 79.3. In the East, it's Touou Gakuen with 75 and 7, followed by a 72-10 Kaijo, still the leading scorer of the team with 22.2 points. And overall, he's at number 7, just below Otsubo. No, he's scoring the same points as Otsubo and Wakamatsu. Curry is leading the league with 3 steals per game, and Curry is still at number 3 with 41.9% from 3. So he is not the best shooter here. Instead, it's Midorima, and for some reason, Aomine. Okay, so we are at number 6. Oh, this is a perfect matchup. Our first match is between Curry and Midorima, the best 3-point shooter in NBA and the best 3-point shooter in Kuroko basket. Which team is going to be on top here? They take game 1 and they take game 2. I don't think Curry is going to get past the first round here, especially it's Midorima and Shutoku. Midorima takes game 3. Let's simcast, and Curry and the Golden State Warriors are pushing Midorima and Shutoku to probably a game 5 with both teams at 6 points in the 4th quarter with 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Let's continue. It's 1 minute and 3 seconds and the Golden State Warriors are leading by 2. I guess it's time to jump in and see Curry and Midorima in action. Curry out there guarded by Takao. Curry driving. A little spin move, still against Takao in the short shot, and it's off the board. He takes a rebound and he makes his miss as well. That was a weird shot by Curry, by the way. Takao one-on-one against Curry. Pick and roll with Kimura. Double team, inside pass to Kimura, and guarded by our center and rebounded by our center. And they're gonna start to foul. Inbound pass to Curry, and he's fouled by Takao as well. Curry is going to push this to a game 5. And Curry makes both, now at 85 and 79 with 28.4 seconds left. And passing to Midorima. Pass to Kimura, back to Takao. Takao takes a contested 3. And somehow he makes it against Curry. It's like in your face, Curry. Yeah, for some reason the Phoenix Suns or the Shutoku team are wearing purple. I forgot to change uniforms. 5-point difference with 10 seconds left. I don't think they can score faster here. Midorima, and he misses a 3. Alright, Curry wins. We are going to game 5. Curry scored 30 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 steals. He carried the team. And Takao scored 32, 3 and 7 and 9. He performed way better than Curry. Midorima just sinking 1 out of 8 in his 3-point attempts. Alright, this is now game 5. Will Curry and the Golden State Warriors be able to push this series to a game 6? Let's find out. Things are not looking good here. Their score, by the way, is a palindrome, 6-8-8-6. Anyway, Shutoku is leading with 86 points, and Curry and the Golden State Warriors are just scoring 68 in the 4th quarter with 7 minutes left. Let's see. I think this is going to be the end of Curry's run. And just that, Curry and the Golden State Warriors have been eliminated, and Shutoku outscored them by 30 points with 103 to 73. This is a lot of disrespect. Curry just scoring 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. Miyagi is the leading scorer with 36. Midorima is just 22, making just 2 out of 8 of his 3-point attempts. Alright, so this will be the end of Curry's solo run. And let's see who's going to be the NBA champion here, or the KNBA champion. And your champion is none other than Rakuzan. Anyway, that is the end for Curry's solo run. It is time for the first generation of Miracle team. Our first generation Miracle is the Touou Gakuen with Daisuke Omine, and this is the lineup I have decided. Curry at the 1, Imayoshi at the 2, Susa at the 3, Aomine at the 4, Wakamatsu at the 5, and Sakurai as the 6th man. He's going to be a shooting guard slash small forward. Curry's just going to be a pure point guard here. Imayoshi is a shooting guard slash point guard, so he can be Curry's replacement if ever Curry's bench or something like that. We'll be simulating 1 season, and let's see how far Curry, Aomine, and Touou Gakuen could go in this simulation. By the end of the season, it's Nebuya winning MVP with 26.4 points, Akashi with Rookie of the Year, 21.7 points, Mitobe still a 6th man, not our guy Sakurai, Murasakibara winning DPOY with 3.1 blocks. And for some reason, no one in Touou Gakuen won any awards here. But Curry was able to sneak in an all-NBA second team, Aomine an all-defensive second team, but it's all good because Touou Gakuen is the best team in the East with 74 wins and 8 losses. However, in the West, there's Rakuzan and Yosen with both at 75 wins and 7 losses. I think it's pretty good for Curry's first generation Miracle run. Our team's leading scorer is Wakamatsu. For some reason, it's not Aomine, but they're close with 20.8 for Wakamatsu and 20.7 for Aomine. Curry's just number 2 with 18.7, and Curry is the leading dimer of the team with 9.9 assists, almost 10 assists per game. He's also leading in steals with 1.9. He's also the leading 3-pointer of the team with 50% from 3, followed by Aomine with 44.9 and Imayoshi at 43.5. Overall, it's just Wakamatsu and Aomine at number 7 and 8 in points per game, but in the entire league, Curry is the best 3-point shooter with 50% from 3. Midorima at number 2 with 45.5, and our own Aomine at 44.9. Imayoshi at number 5 with 43.5, the same percentage with Kise here. And our Sakurai at number 7 with 40.3. And Curry with Imayoshi, with Aomine, with Susa, with Wakamatsu, all of them were all-stars. Alright, so our first matchup is a filler team, so we're just gonna skip this. Our second round matchup is against Seiho and Tsugawa. Let's see who wins. We take game 1, we take game 2, and game 3 as well. This is now game 4, and I bet Curry and Aomine and Touou Gakuen is going to win this with a sweep. And just like that, Seiho has been eliminated. We won 111 and 96. Aomine with 36, 7 rebounds and 5 blocks. Curry with 22 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals. So we will be advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. And our matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals is against Kise and Kaijo High. So it's going to be a showdown between Kise and Aomine and Stephen Curry. We take game 1. Kise takes game 2. They take game 3. It's a tie in game 4. We take game 5. It is now time to simcast. Can Curry and Aomine win game 6, or Kaijo and Kise is going to push it to game 7? Let's find out. And Kaijo and Kise has been eliminated. 98 and 83, it's a long way with a 15-point difference. Curry scored 20 with Wakamatsu. Aomine just scored 18. Kise just 17, so both of the Generation Miracles underperformed here, but either way, Curry and Aomine wins. And so, the finals matchup is between Touou and Rakuzan, Curry and Aomine versus Akashi and then Crown Kings. Let's go. Rakuzan takes game 1. Rakuzan takes game 2. Rakuzan takes game 3. I just hope this is not going to be a sweep. At least make Curry and Aomine win one game. Game 4. The series on the line. Rakuzan is leading the series with 3-0. Is this going to be an exit for Curry and Aomine? Let's find out. And would you look at that? It's not even a contest. The gap is too huge. And Rakuzan and Akashi and the Crown Kings won the championship. That's a huge lead. 25 points. Aomine scoring 24. Curry with 22. Mibuchi with 33. Akashi with 28. Almost a triple-double. Hayama 24. Nebuya 22. 4 guys are scoring 20 plus points. And Maizumi is also almost a triple-double with just 1 more rebound. So it was not a fair match. It was a massacre. So yeah, with that, unfortunately, Curry and Aomine couldn't win an NBA Finals or a KNBA Finals here. Let's move on to the next generation of Miracle. And the next generation of Miracle team is Yosen High with Murasakibara and Himuro. So this is the lineup I have decided. Curry at the 1, Himura 2, Weilyu at 3, Okamura at 4, and Murasakibara at 5 with Fukue as our 6th man. So Curry is going to run a point guard slash shooting guard. I made Himura a shooting guard slash small forward. I also made Weilyu a small forward slash power forward. Okamura as a power forward slash center. Murasakibara just a pure center. And Fukue a pure point guard. So we'll see how far this Yosen team could go in the Kuroko no Basket universe. At the end of the season, it's Nebuya winning MVP with 25.9 points. Akashi wins Rookie of the Year with 22 points. Mitobe the 6th man, not our guy Fukui. Kagami winning DPOY, not Murasakibara. And it's just Murasakibara sneaking into the all-defensive first team and all-rookie second team. No Curry here. Our record is 74-8. Rakuzan is at 75-7. So we're the second best team in the West, still behind Rakuzan, even with Curry in the team. And would you look at that, Seirin has 7-3-9 just like the Warriors. And it's the same with Kaijo, 7-3-9. The leading scorer of the team is Himura with 18.3, Curry at number 2 with 17.5, and Murasakibara at 17.3. For assists, it's Curry followed by Fukui. For steals, it's Fukui and then followed by Curry. Blocks, it's Murasakibara with 2.8, and the best 3-point shooter of the team is Curry with 45.2%. In the entire league, there's no Yosen in points per game, no Yosen in rebounds per game. Also in assists, no steals. For blocks, we have Murasakibara at number 3 with 2.8, but in the entire league, it's still Stephen Curry with 45.2, followed by Aomine, Moriyama, Mibuchi, and Midorima is at number 5 with 41.8. That's kinda low, but we'll take it. And Murasakibara was the only Yosen all-star. But anyway, as the second seed, our first matchup is against a filler team, so let's skip this. In the second round, our first game is against Seirin. It's a Kiyoshi Kagami Kuroko matchup versus Murasakibara, Himura, and Stephen Curry. Let's see who wins. Yosen takes game 1. Yosen takes game 2. We are in the lead with 3-0. Time for game 4. Can Stephen Curry and Murasakibara and Himura sweep Seirin? It is a close game, but we are leading by 4 points with 107 and 103 with just 52 seconds left. It's time to see Curry and Murasakibara and Himura in action. Alright, Curry is not in the game, so I gotta sub him back in. Izuki guarded by Fukui here. Pass to Kogane at shooting guard. Almost a pick and roll with Kuroko. Pass to Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi guarded by Okamura, and he takes a long 2, but he misses, and now they're gonna foul. Yeah, they're not gonna sub Curry in. Well, if we win this, we can still see the next game. And Fukui misses both. Curry passes to Hyuga. Hyuga bring up the ball against Weilyu. Pass to Izuki for the 2 against Murasakibara, and he makes it. 3-point difference with Yosen in the lead, and they're gonna foul again. It's still Fukui, and Curry cannot sub back here. Back to Curry. Curry, step back. And Izuki for 3. Izuki makes it off of a Kuroko pass. I think I keep on saying Curry instead of Kuroko. They're abusing Fukui's weak free throw. Well, at least he makes both free throws. We are now 111-108 with 5 seconds left. It looks like they gave up on the game. So Yosen moves on to, this is the Western Conference Finals now. Okay, it's a sweep against Seirin. Curry, player of the game, 19.7 rebounds and 9 assists. So that's why he subbed out, because they're like, yeah, we don't need Curry. We just need to sweep them and let him rest. Not Murasakibara, not Himuro, but Curry. So yeah, Kagami scores 27 with Kiyoshi here, with 6 blocks and 4 respectively. Himura 23, Weilyu 20, Curry 19, Murasakibara with 16 and 10 with 2 blocks. Our Western Conference matchup is against Rakuzan. Curry, Murasakibara, Himuro versus Akashi and the Crown Kings with Maizumi if you want to add him. But it's gonna be an insane battle with Curry versus Akashi in the point guard position. Let's see who wins. Yosen takes game 1. Yosen takes takes game 2. Rakuzan takes game 3. Yosen takes game 4. We are going to a game 5 with Simcast. And would you look at that, 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yosen is leading with 105. Rakuzan just 84. We are going to the finals, and there you have it. Rakuzan has been eliminated. Okamura with 33, 6 and 2 with 2 blocks. Curry with 22, 4 and 14 with 1 steal. Himura with 19, 4 and 4 with 1 steal. And Murasakibara with 15 and 20 rebounds and 4 assists with 3 blocks. In the other side, Mibuchi scores 28, Hayama 22, Nebuya 17, Akashi with 13, 4 and 7 and 4 steals and 2 blocks. Alright, who are we going to face in the finals? I bet it's going to be Kaijo. And we are going to face Aomine and Touou Gakuen in the finals. It's going to be Curry, Himuro, Murasakibara versus Aomine in the finals. Let's see who is going to be on top. Yosen takes game 1. Yosen takes game 2. Yosen takes game 3. Is this going to be a sweep? Hold on, would you look at that? The fan interest is just 51.5% and we are very close to winning an KNBA Finals Championship. Game 4, probably a sweep for Yosen. It is time to simcast. 1 minute and 14 seconds left. Both teams at 77 points. Pretty low, but we are tied. It's time to jump in. Alright, Curry's at the bench, so I gotta move him to the starting lineup. Look at that. Aomine is guarded by Murasakibara. Aomine versus Murasakibara. And Aomine makes it against Murasakibara in his face. That was good defense by Murasakibara, but Aomine still makes it. Okay, Murasakibara guarded by Wakamatsu, and he's fouled. Now Curry's gonna be subbed in. Okay, Curry is subbed back in. We're going to see Curry, Himuro, and Murasakibara in one game. And we are now tied at 79 points with just 59 seconds left. Aomine with the ball, guarded by Murasakibara again. Aomine crosses him, and an open lane, and he got fouled by Wailyu. Curry bring up the ball, guarded by Imayoshi. Curry passes to Himuro, pick and roll with Murasakibara. He spins, but the ball got stolen. Pass to Sakurai, back to Imayoshi. Imayoshi guarded by Curry. Aomine versus Murasakibara once again. Spin move. Mini hit blocked by Murasakibara. Pass to Curry. That was a great block by Murasakibara. Great defense. Curry pass inside to Murasakibara for the layup, and he makes it both at 81 points with 21.4 seconds left. Imayoshi brings up the ball. He's gonna pass this to Aomine. They're gonna run down the clock, but it's gonna be for Aomine. Aomine could cut there. Yes, he cuts inside. Oh no! Okay, Aomine scores the bucket. 7 seconds left. Curry with the ball. He's going to make a long 3 here. Please, Curry, please. What? Fakes. And Curry makes it with 0.5. They're at that side. There's most likely going to run an overtime here. Alright, overtime. 4 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna simcast here. 57 seconds left. Yosen is in the lead with 95 and 90 for Touou Gakuen. And with that, Yosen wins with 102 to 98. Aomine scoring 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 blocks. Murasakibara with 29, 10, and 5 with 2 blocks. Himura with 21, 4, and 3. Okamura with 18, 13, 3, and 3 steals with 1 block. Curry with 15, 6, and 4 with 2 steals and 1 block. And there you have it. We failed to see the final celebration, but we have here Curry, Himura, Murasakibara, and Yosen winning an NBA championship with a sweep against Touou Gakuen. That's Curry's first championship in the KNBA. We have Murasakibara with the finals MVP. In the entire playoffs, Curry averaged 15.7 points as a Yosen with 7.4 assists, 1 steal, and just scoring 36.7% from 3. It's kinda bad, but it's a playoff, so I kind of understand that. Let us now move on to Curry with the next generation of Miracle team. Our next team is Kaijo High with Kise and Kasamatsu. You know, I based off Kasamatsu from Curry, so like his jump shot is like Curry. Everything like Curry, except probably for the ball handling here, because I tried to make it as accurate as or as close as possible to his signature dribble in the anime. He's not as good as Curry, but he's like Curry. So I'm gonna have to decide here who's going to be the point guard or who's going to be the shooting guard. So I forced Moriyama as a non-starter here, and the CPU made Curry a shooting guard, so we're gonna run with that. So there you have it. I made Kasamatsu a pure point guard, Curry as shooting guard / point guard, Kise as small forward / power forward, Hayakawa pure power forward, Kobori pure center, Moriyama pure shooting guard, and Nakamura a small forward / shooting guard. So we're going to run a 7-man rotation. So we'll see how far can this Curry and Kise combo go in this KNBA universe. Let's find out. And at the end of the season, it's Akashi winning MVP with 23 points, Kagami with Rookie of the Year with 22.3 points, Mitube our 6-man, not our Moriyama or Nakamura, Kagami with DPOI with 3.5 blocks. And for some reason, no one from Kaijo has snuck inside the all-NBA teams or defensive teams versus our rookie teams. Yeah, no Kaijo here. No Curry, no Kise. But we are the best in the East with 75 wins and 7 losses, followed by Touou with 66 and 16. In the West, it's again Rakuzan with 77 and 5, Seirin with 76 and 6, and Yosen with the Bulls record 72 and 10. Hayakawa is the leading scorer of Kaijo with 19.1, Kise with 18.2, Kobori 16.6, Curry at number 4 with 16.5, Kasamatsu at number 5 with 15 points. Curry is leading with assists though, and in Kaijo, Moriyama is the best 3-point shooter with 46.5, followed by Curry with 45.1 and Kise with 44.1. And in the entire league, the top 4 is basically Rakuzan, yeah, Hayama number 4, Mibuchi 3, Akashi 2, and Nibuya at number 1, and Curry and Kise were both all-stars. Alright, we are the first seed, and our first matchup is against Papa and Yusuke Tanimura of Shinkyo Academy. I think it's gonna be a sweep. And we swept past Shinkyo Academy quite easily. Tanimura with 21, Papa 18 in the last game, Kise with 22, Curry just 11. Okay, it was a bad game for Curry, but at least Kobori, Kise, and Hayakawa led the team with 20 plus points. And our second matchup is Tsugawa and Seiho High. Kise was like playing bad against Tsugawa back in their middle school days, but I think it's gonna change this time with Curry in the team. Let's see who wins, the pressure defense or the magic of Kaijo High. Kaijo takes game 1, Kaijo takes game 2, and game 3. With game 4, it's time to simcast. Kaijo is most likely going to sweep Seiho here. And it's a close game with Kaijo leading with 2 points in 51 seconds in the fourth quarter. It's time to jump in. Okay, so Kise, Kasamatsu, and Curry are in the game, so let's see how this pans out. Curry with his inbound steal, pass to Moriyama at small forward, pass to Kasamatsu for a layup, and he's fouled. Wait, what? Curry is subbed out? Kasamatsu, Moriyama, Kise, Hayakawa, Kobori, the OG Kaijo lineup? No, I want to see Curry in the game. Would you look at that? Curry is on fire and they just subbed him out. No, I just subbed him back in. Now Kaijo leads with 4 points. 44 seconds left. Kasuga with the ball. Kasuga pick and roll with, is that Omuro? Yeah, it's Omuro, and he's fouled by Kobori. And let's go, Curry sub back in for Moriyama. This is like Steve Kerr all over again, subbing out a player that's on fire. Okay, 2-point difference. Kasamatsu passes to Curry. You guard by Tsugawa. Oh, Tsugawa is assigned to Curry. Spin move. Inside pass to Kobori. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. That was a pinpoint needle pass. I know I don't normally do this, but I gotta see that back again. A little half spin, something. Inside pass to Kobori. And with Iwamura here guarding the lane, the passing lane here, and he still makes the pass to Kobori. 12 seconds left, and Kaijo is in the lead with 4 points. Pass to Tsugawa. Tsugawa 3 against Curry. He misses, and Kobori with the ball. We're gonna win this, and it's a sweep for Kaijo versus Seiho. Kaijo moves on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and Curry, player of the game, with just 10 points with 3 assists and 5 rebounds. So Kobori leads the team with 16 points, and Kise and Curry both with 10 points. Kise at 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 3 blocks. Curry with 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 steals, and Kasamatsu with just 8, 6, and 5 blocks. So probably against Kasuga, right? And in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's a matchup against Touou Gakuen. Aomine and Touou Gakuen versus Kise, Curry, Kasamatsu, and Kaijo. Let's see who wins. Kaijo takes game 1. Kaijo takes game 2. Touou takes game 3. Kaijo takes game 4. We are going to simcast for game 5. And it's the fourth quarter with just 36.1 seconds left. Touou is leading by 5 points. I don't think there's enough time for Kaijo here, but let's try to jump in. Alright, Curry is not in the game, so I have to sub him back in. Inbound pass to Kobori inside. That was a risky pass, and he got fouled by Susa. He makes the first free throw, and Curry is subbed back in. No, he is not. And Kobori makes the second free throw, and Touou is leading by 3 with 34 seconds left. They just need one stop here. Sakurai pass to Omine, and almost a block, but he makes it. Now they're leading by 5. That could have been just one defensive stop and one 3-pointer, but it seems like Kaijo failed to do that. Kise against Susa, dribbling inside, and a backwards pass, behind the head pass to Moriyama for the 3. Hold on. He drives inside. That could have been, I mean, it's Kise on brand. In the anime, he's like, he got past Aomine, but like, he still decided to pass to somebody else. And it's just like this. He's almost open here, but he still passes to Moriyama in the 3 here. I mean, that's like a good decision though, because like 3 points is better than 2. But yeah, Kise could have been fouled there with an N1. Whatever. Moriyama guarded by Sakurai. A long 2. He misses. And it's over. It's over. Kise, you cannot make... Moriyama again with a 3. He makes it, but it's not enough. a 1-point win for Touou. So Touou wins game 5 with 102 to 101. That was a very close game. So we're gonna take this to game 6. And we're going to take this to a game 7 with Touou winning 104 to 99. Hayakawa 25, Kasamatsu 20, Curry with just 16, Kise with just 14, Imayoshi with 30, 7 and 13 with 7 steals. Aomine with just 13. Game 7, do or die for Curry and Kise. And it seems like Curry and Kise is going to the NBA or the KNBA finals. Touou Gakuen just got eliminated. Kasamatsu with 28, Kise with 14, and Curry with 13 and 15 assists. Sakura with 19, Aomine with 18. Kaijo is going to face Rakuzan in the NBA finals. It's gonna be Akashi and the Crown Kings versus Kise, Curry, and Kasamatsu. Let's go. Kaijo takes game 1, Rakuzan takes game 2, Rakuzan takes game 3, Rakuzan takes game 4. This is not looking good. We have to simcast now. Game 5 of the KNBA finals. Who's gonna win? 53 seconds left and both teams are scoring 87 points. It is time to jump in. A very close game. Yo, Curry is not in the game. What are you doing, guys? It's a close game. You have to put in Curry. Maizumi pass to Akashi for the midi. Maizumi passes to Mibuchi. Mibuchi quickly passes to Akashi inside. Kise with the ball guard by Maizumi. Not Akashi or not Hayama. Oh, power forward. Okay. A floater but a pass to Kobori and he makes the midi. Great decision making by Kise out there. Akashi versus Kasamatsu. Dribbling inside for a layup and he got fouled by Kasamatsu. No Curry? Why are you not subbing Curry in? Kasamatsu with the ball. A one-on-one with Akashi and Hayama here. No, Kise and Hayama, I mean one-on-one. Inside pass to Kasamatsu and he misses. Kobori takes the rebound but the ball got stolen by Akashi. Finally, we're going to see Kise, Kasamatsu, and Curry in the game. And Akashi makes a second free throw with a 4-point difference. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think Curry is going to be even enough. Kasamatsu against Akashi inside and no, not an N1, but he got fouled by Akashi. Yeah, I think this is over for Kaijo. Unless they miss the free throw and a Kaijo player gets a rebound and puts it back in. And Kasamatsu makes a second free throw, but with just 10 seconds left, they're gonna foul and most likely Akashi is going to make both of free throws. And yeah, it'll keep on going to be a 2-point game. Unless Akashi chokes or fumbles the free throws. And he misses second one. They have a 3-point shot here. Pass to Curry for the 3, win it. Oh my god! Curry makes a 3 and ties the game for an overtime. A game 5 overtime as Curry hits the clutch 3. Alright, 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Rakuzan in the lead with 101 to 100. Let's jump in. Akashi versus Kasamatsu, dribbling. He's gonna pass to Maizumi for the left and he got fouled. And an N1 against Kobori. Maizumi makes the free throw and now they're leading by 4. Inbound pass to Kise to Kasamatsu guarded by Akashi. It's gonna be a 1-on-1 with Kise and Hayama. Kise dribbling against Hayama. A crossover and no N1 there, no foul call, but he misses the layup. Kise inside it and on N1 against Akashi. It's a 6th foul for Akashi, but we don't have foul outs here because yeah, we don't have other players. So yeah, Kise makes the free throw and Rakuzan is leading by 1 with 32 seconds left. Akashi with the ball guarded by Kasamatsu. He passes it to Mibuchi. Mibuchi for the layup against Curry and he makes it. 3-point difference. Inbound pass to Kise to Kasamatsu against Akashi. Pass to Kise for the cut and he makes a layup. Alright, Mibuchi with the ball and they're gonna foul him. Curry fouls Mibuchi with his first personal foul. Kasamatsu guarded by Akashi. He's gonna pass inside to Kise for the layup. Akashi misses. Curry to Kobori. A fadeaway from Kobori. He misses. Hayakawa for the putback dunk. And they're going to another overtime here. And yes, Hayakawa pushes it to a double overtime now. Even though the quarter says double overtime, it's just the game bugging. But yeah, they're going to go to the second overtime. 1 minute left in double overtime, even though it says 3 overtimes. But both teams are 119. It's time to jump in. Curry guards Mibuchi. Mibuchi with a crossover against Curry. Passes to Akashi outside. Triple threat against Kasamatsu. A crossover. And he got fouled with an N1 by Kasamatsu. And Akashi makes a free throw. Now Rakuzan is leading by 3. Inbound pass to Kise to Curry inside for the short shot. And he misses. Nibuya takes a rebound. Mibuchi with the ball. Akashi pushing it through against Kise. And he got fouled by Kise. Kise with the ball against Hayama. Is he gonna pass him. He's gonna pass him with a crossover and a delay shot with an end one. That was a smart play by Kise. Akashi pass to Hayama versus Kise, one-on-one, a crossover battle. Hayama crosses Kise, but he cannot cross though, and stolen by Kobori from a pass. Kise with the ball guard by Hayama with 10 seconds left. This is the deciding shot, a 3-point or another overtime. Kise with the ball against Hayama, spins, he got stolen. Oh no! Kise! Are they gonna count it? It was like a last second heave from Kise, and he settled for a 2, so it's gonna be another overtime if it counts. And it's gonna be 1-2-4 to 1-2-4. They're gonna count it. Yeah, it's gonna be another overtime, a third overtime, even though it says 4 OT. This has been the most intense Kuroko Basket game I have ever played. It says 5 OT, but it's just a third, so let's go. 58.8 seconds left, and Kaijo is in the lead with 3 points. Let's jump in. He crosses Hayama, inside pass to Hayakawa, and he got fouled by Maizumi. He makes the second free throw, and Kaijo leads with 4 points. Inbound pass to Mibuchi to Akashi, guarded by Kasamatsu. He passes inside to Nibuya with a flashy pass, and Nibuya makes it. Now a 2-point lead by Kaijo. He spins, passes to Hayama versus Kise. Oh, almost a steal, but Nibuya got the ball and he takes it back in. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. 17 seconds with this 6-point difference. Maizumi with the 3. Of course, it's gonna be a miss. And Kasamatsu takes the ball. Kobori inside pass to Kise, and they're gonna do a 360 dunk. Kise just breaking the unwritten rule in NBA. Mibuchi with the long 2 against Curry, and he makes it somehow. That was a pretty wild game. Kaijo wins with 147 to Rakuzan's 142. And the player of the game is Hayakawa with 38.6 assists and 16 rebounds. Akashi with 41 points, 8 rebounds, and 14 assists with 6 steals and 3 blocks. Mibuchi with 44 and 6 with 2 blocks. Hayama with 21, 9 and 6 with 2 steals. Nibuya with 20, 15 and 5 with 1 block. And Maizumi with a triple-double. He could have been the player of the game if they won, but 20 points, 18 rebounds, and 13 assists with 1 steal. Hayakawa with 38, 16 and 6 with 4 steals and 4 blocks. Kise with 35, 14 and 7, 1 block and 1 steal. Curry with 23 and 6 and 8. Kobori 20 and 7 with 1 steal and 2 blocks. Kasamatsu with 14, 5 and 12 with 2 steals and 4 blocks. And Moriyama with 10, 3 and 3, and Nakamura with 7, 3, 1 with 2 steals. And somehow Kaijo pushes the game to a game 6. Let's see if they can pull it off and push this to a game 7. Oh no, 16-point difference. Kaijo is not gonna win this. And there you have it. Rakuzan wins the NBA championship, or the KNBA championship. Curry had 23, 2 and 5 with 1 steal. Kise just 11, 6 and 2 with 4 steals and 1 block. Nibuya 42 and 16. Akashi with 27 and 7. And that is the end of Curry's Kaijo run with Kise. They failed to win a KNBA championship. Let's move on to the next generation miracle team. And now Curry joins Akashi in Rakuzan with Nibuya, Hayama, Mibuchi, and Maizumi. Let's rebuild their lineup. Okay, let's just see how the CPU is going to rebuild Rakuzan's lineup with Curry as a shooting guard. And they put Curry in the bench. No, he has to start. But we only have Mibuchi and Hayama here. And Maizumi is, yeah, he's most likely going to be a 6-man here, a phantom 6-man. But who is going to be a power forward? Hayama? And yeah, I had to do it. Akashi at the 1, Curry at the 2 as a shooting guard / point guard, Mibuchi at the 3 as a small forward shooting guard, Hayama at the 4 as a power forward small forward, and he drops to 79 overall. That's pretty bad. Nibuya pure center, and Maizumi phantom 6-man running a power forward / small forward position. And this is a small ball lineup, and which, yeah, Curry is familiar with, but like not in Kuroko no Basket. We have 3 guards, probably 4 guards with 1 undersized center, and a passing power forward at the bench. This doesn't look good, but we just have to trust the chef and the emperor and the crown kings and the phantom 6-man. Let's go. And at the end of the season, it's Nibuya winning MVP with 25.7 points. Murasaki Battle with Rookie of the Year. Mitope with 6-man, not our phantom 6-man. And Murasaki Battle with DPOY as well with 3 blocks a game. No signs of Curry here. And for some reason, Rakuzan falls to number 2 with 74 wins. The same with Seirin, 8 losses, with Yosen number 1 at 76 and 6. In the East, it's Kaijo with 72 and 10. 10 with Touou and 68 and 14. I think the Hayama power forward is not doing well. Nibuya with 25.7 as the leading scorer of the team, Curry with 19.6, Akashi with 18.6, Nibuchi with 18.1, Hayama with 17.7, Maizumi, yeah, he's Maizumi. Curry's at number 2 with assists with 7.5. He's also number 2 in steals with 1.2. Mibuchi leads the team as the best 3-point shooter with 45.3, and Curry's just number 2 with 41.3. Overall, it's Nibuya leading the league with 25.7 points per game. And unfortunately, Curry falls number 5 as the best 3-point shooter of the league. Midorima the best one with 51.1%. Well, at least Akashi, Curry, and Nibuya are all all-stars. I don't think Hayama, the power forward, is working for the team. He's very undersized and his opponents are like Kagami, Aomine, and whoever else. He's just like 6'3" because I added 4 inches to their height. But yeah, he's too undersized for a power forward. They're running a, can I call this even a micro ball lineup? Alright, we are the number 2 seed and our first matchup is against a filler team. So let's skip this. Our matchup in the second round is against Seirin with Kagami as their power forward. But somehow Rakuzan takes game 1. Rakuzan takes game 2. Rakuzan takes game 3 against Seirin's big lineup. Okay, let's simcast. It is the 4th quarter with 36.1 seconds left. Seirin is leading by 3 points with 119 to 116. Let's jump in. Can Rakuzan pull this off and sweep Seirin? Curry to Izuki, the jab against Akashi. Izuki drive inside to Mitobe, pass to Mitobe, and back to Kuroko. I've been interchanging Kuroko and Curry. Anyway, Kuroko, ISO against Mibuchi, pass to Kiyoshi. What? Kiyoshi? That was an extra pass, but still. Okay, Mitobe makes it. He passed to Maizumi, back to Curry, to Nibuya, to Curry for a 3 against Kogane. He misses a 3 and Seirin takes game 4. Kagami scored 25 here with Akashi 32. Curry just 13. So that was indeed a bad game for Curry. Alright, game 5. Nuh-uh. Don't tell me this is gonna be a 7-game series as Seirin just won game 5 with 118 to 111. Nibuya 36 and 14. Curry with 18 and 10. Akashi with 13 and 10. Mitobe 26. Kagami just 19. But they're gonna push it to game 6 and hopefully not a game 7. And Seirin got eliminated in game 6. It's a wide gap with 119 to 81. Rakuzan wins the second round. Mibuchi 37, Curry 23 and 8, Akashi with 16 and 10, and the other side is Kagami with just 19. Alright, so Rakuzan moves to the Western Conference Finals. And it's going to be a matchup between the best shooter in Kuroko no Basket versus the best shooter in NBA. Who is going to be on top? Rakuzan takes game 1, Rakuzan takes game 2, Shutoku takes game 3, and Rakuzan takes game 4. We are going to simcast in game 5. And for some reason, Shutoku wins game 5. Nibuya 32, Midorima 35, Curry just 13. Okay, game 6. Alright, 2 minutes left, and it's a 101 to 90 with Rakuzan in the lead. Most likely, Shutoku is going to lose this one. And there you have it. Midorima and the Shutoku high is out of the playoffs. Nibuya 37, Curry 31, Akashi 14 and 18, and 7 steals. Midorima just scoring 17 without a single 3-pointer. What the hell? In the finals, it's between Kaijo and Kisa versus Akashi, Curry, and the Crown Kings. Let's go. Rakuzan takes game 1 and game 2. Kaijo takes game 3. Rakuzan game 4. Game 5. If Rakuzan wins, then Curry wins with Akashi and the Crown Kings. If Kaijo wins, it's gonna be game 6. Let's go. And Kaijo wins game 5. 91 to 75. Curry with 22. Akashi with 14 and 6. Kisa with just 15. Time for game 6. 46 seconds left and Rakuzan leads with 5 points, 79 to 74. Let's jump in. Yo, Mayuzumi's running the center. Wow, this is wild. But it's like Rakuzan doesn't have any choice. So Kise versus Mibuchi, pass to back to Kise to Kobori versus Mayuzumi, and he makes it against Mayuzumi and Mibuchi with that block attempt. Akashi guarded by Moriyama, spin move, and a foul against Hayakawa, and then N1 as well. Alright, Rakuzan is going to take this. I want to see Curry holding the championship trophy or the finals MVP trophy. I guess he's until the end. And there we have it. Rakuzan wins the KNBA championship. Curry and Akashi and the Crown Kings and the Phantom 6-man wins the KNBA championship. Nibuya is the player of the game, not Curry or Akashi. Kobori 17, Kise 13, 11 and 2. Curry with 30 points and 7 assists. Nibuya 17, Akashi just 9, 7 and 6, so that makes sense. So yeah, Curry wins with Rakuzan. 30 points in the last game. He's averaging 19.1 points, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 50.4% from 3. Not bad, not bad. Let's move on to the next generation miracle. Alright, we are now in Shutoku with Midorima and Takao here. So a lot of people are comparing Curry to Midorima, or Midorima to Curry, because of their long range shots, and like some people also would put Curry in Shutoku to pair with Midorima and making them an unstoppable 3-pointer team. So I just gotta fix their rotation and let's see how their lineup will look. Alright, for Shutoku, we are going to run a 6-man rotation with Takao at the 1, Curry at the 2, running as a shooting guard point guard, Midorima at the 3, running a small forward shooting guard, Miyagi at the 4, running a power forward small forward, Otsubo at the 5, running a center, and Kimura as a 6-man, running as a power forward center. I know it's not tall for a center, but he has to run a power forward center here. Right, so will this 3-point shooting duo of Curry and Midorima dominate the KNBA League? Let's find out. At the end of the season, it's Nebuya winning MVP with 26.5, Akashi with Rookie of the Year 22.5, Kimura 6-man of the year finally 14 points, Kagami DPOY with 3.5 blocks. So it seems like Midorima is the only one here in the all-rookie second team. No Curry in the all-NBA team. So Shutoku is the third in the league with 74 wins and 8 losses. Rakuzan and Seirin at the top with 75 and 7. In the East, it's both Kaijo and Touou with 70 and 12. Midorima is the leading scorer with 21.5. Otsubo with 17.9. Curry 17.8. And in their team, it's Midorima as the best 3-point shooter with 49.7% from 3. Curry just 39% from 3 as a shooting guard. Overall, Midorima is the number 6. No Curry here. And yes, Curry and Midorima are both all-stars. Alright, so our first round matchup is a filler team, so let's skip this. And our second round matchup is against Seirin and Kagami. Seirin takes game 1. Shutoku takes game 2. Seirin takes game 3. Oh no. Seirin takes game 4. This cannot happen. Game 5 Simcast. Let's go. Oh no. 1 minute and 23 seconds left. Seirin is leading by 6 points. 104 to 98. Let's try to jump in. Takao pick and roll with Otsubo. Pass to Otsubo versus Kuroko, and it's a dunk for Otsubo, of course. Dribbling the ball. And he passes to Midorima with that fake shot, and he misses, but he got fouled by Kuroko. And he makes both free throws. Guard by Takao, pass to Kiyoshi for a mid-range. Otsubo was nowhere to be found, and Kiyoshi makes it. 16 seconds. Curry versus Kuroko. Kuroki. Takao fadeaway 3, he makes a what? And I think it's over for Shutoku here. It's over for Curry and Midorima, a 3-point shooting duo. Okay, it's a 3-point difference, 108 to 105, 7.9 seconds left. Takao with the ball to Midorima in the corner. Corner 3! Midorima makes it, and it's a tie at 3.2 seconds left. Hyuga throws the ball, and they're going to an overtime. And 54.9 seconds left. Shutoku leads with 123 to 114. Let's jump in. Oh, I just realized Kagami was not in the fourth quarter, like in the last seconds of fourth quarter. Otsubo guarded by Kiyoshi. He posts up Kiyoshi, and a hook shot fouled by Kiyoshi. And now it's over for Seirin. So we are going to win this and push it to, is it now game 6? Yeah, we're gonna push it to game 6. The score was 128 to 119. Yuga with 25, Kagami 23, Midorima 42, Curry just 12 and 9. A bad night for Curry. It is time for the simcast of game 6. Let's go. 12 seconds, 94 to 88. Yeah, they're going to a game 7. 90 to 94. Shutoku wins with just 4 points. Otsubo 22, Midorima 21, Curry just 13, Mitube 25 for some reason, not Kagami, just 20 and 12. Shutoku and Seirin game 7. It's a do or die. Who is going to the Western Conference Finals? And Shutoku wins. They're moving to the Western Conference Finals. Curry 24, Midorima 18, Kiyoshi 30, Kagami 26. So both of the stars were balling out. Western Conference Finals, Yosen, the impenetrable defense, the AGs, versus the long bombs of Shutoku, Curry, and Midorima. Shutoku takes game 1 and game 2 and game 3. Don't tell me this is gonna be a sweep. Game 4, 55 seconds left. Shutoku is leading by 3 points, 89 to 86. Let's jump in. Okay, Midorima is in the bench, so we gotta move him. It's Yosen ball. Pass to Okamura in the post versus Kimura, and the fadeaway. Curry guarded by Himuro. He tries to get past Himuro, and a short midi, and Curry makes it 91 to 88. 3-point difference, 20.5 seconds left. Wei Liu versus Miyagi, and a missed 3. Otsubo with the ball to Curry and he's fouled. 6.9 seconds left. Shutoku wins against Yosen, and I forgot to change the jerseys again for Shutoku, and you cannot see them playing with the Shutoku OG orange jersey. Anyway, they're the Western Conference champions and they're moving to the finals. Let's go. Himura with 25, Murasakawara with 25 and 11, Curry with 25, Midorima with just 17, but at least the 3-point shooting team won against the Shield of Ages. And it's a matchup between Kise and Curry and Midorima. Can Kise copy Curry's moves? Let's find out. Shutoku takes game 1. Shutoku takes game 2. Shutoku takes game 3. Let's go for a simcast here for game 4. 1 minute and 2 seconds in the fourth. Shutoku's leading by 101 to 90 with Kaijo. 31 seconds left. Shutoku's still in the lead. Let's jump in and see Curry or Midorima or whoever is gonna be holding the trophy and the finals MVP. Let's go. Curry is out of the game. They're running their OG Shutoku lineup with Midorima at the 2. Kise versus Midorima. He tries to sides up and he tries to cross Midorima with a midi rebound by Otsubo. There we go. The 3-point shooting duo of Midorima and Curry wins the KNBA Finals Championship. And Curry winning the Finals MVP. Oh, that was a voice crack. Curry wins the Finals MVP with Shutoku and Midorima. Let's go. Hayakawa 24, Kise just 17, 6 and 7. Curry with 37, 5 and 4. Midorima 17, 4, 6 and 2. 2 steals and 1 block. That was a great game for Curry, shooting 5 for 7 for his 3-point shots. I think the Curry Midorima duo in Shutoku is like a match made in heaven. 2 3-point shooting beasts and Takao as their playmaker. 2 amazing screens from Kimura and Otsubo. What else could you ask for? That's like Curry and Clay, but Midorima is like Clay because of the catch and shoot, but he's better than Clay, so he's like Curry and Curry. He's averaging 20 points per game, 8.1 assists, 1.1 steals, and shooting 41.3% from 3. Alright, let's move on to the final Kuroko no Basket team, and Curry joins forces with Kagami, Kiyoshi, and Kuroko in Seirin High. And for some reason, Curry cannot wear 30. I'm gonna rebuild their lineups and see what's like the best lineup for Curry at the 1 or 2. Who's gonna move to the bench? I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, hear me out. I want to run Curry at the 1, Hyuga at the 2, Kuroko still at the 3. He's not gonna be a phantom 6-man here. Kagami at the 4, Kiyoshi at the 5, and Izuki is going to be the main force in the bench with Mitube and Kogane. I think I'm gonna stick with this rotation. Okay, let's try and see if Curry and Kuroko, what? Because I've been interchanging their names whenever they have a matchup. I want them to play in the same starting lineup, so let's find out if this Seirin lineup with Curry is going to dominate the league. And Kagami wins MVP. This is the first time I've ever seen Kagami win MVP in all of my simulations. 23.8 points. Kagami also Rookie of the Year. Itsuki Matsumoto winning the 6-man, not Izuki. Kagami takes DPOY as well. 3 awards for Kagami with 3.1 blocks. So Seirin is at number 2 in the West with 74 wins, the same with Rakuzan and 8 losses, just behind Yosen's 7-7 win season. In the East, it's Tougakuen with 71 and 11, followed by Kaijo with 6-9 and 13. Kagami is the team's leading scorer with Curry at number 2, 18.9. Curry is leading with assists and Kiyoshi at number 2, Kuroko number 3, Izuki number 4. Curry leading with the team with 1.6 steals, and he's the best 3-point shooter in the team with 49.9%, followed by Hyuga with just 38.6. So Kagami is number 2 in scoring, probably feeding off from Curry's assists. Kagami just number 2 behind Aomina's 4.4 blocks, and Aomina still cannot win DPOY ever in all of my simulations. And in the league, Curry is the best with 49.9. Midorima is number 2 with 46.1. Hyuga is at number 5. Okay, we are the second seed versus the Rockets, the filler team, so let's skip this. In the second round, it's a matchup against Akashi and the Uncrowned Kings with Mayuzumi versus Curry, Kagami, Kiyoshi, and Kuroko. Rakuzan takes game 1. I think I need to move Kuroko to the bench or something. If Rakuzan takes game 2. Seirin takes game 2. Okay, I think Kuroko as a starter kind of works, so let's go on with it. Seirin game 3. Rakuzan game 4. We are now tied 2-2. Seirin takes game 5. It's time to simcast game 6. Yo, 50 seconds left. 111 to 108. Let's jump in. 50 seconds. 111 to 108. Seirin in the lead. Curry guarded by Akashi. Almost a steal there. He crosses Akashi, but Akashi recovers. And Curry with the short mid-range, and he makes it 113 to 108. Akashi driving to pass to Nibuya for that was a midi, and now they're gonna foul. Nibuya just missed, and Kuroko is subbed back in for Mitube. Akashi guarded by Curry. He tries to dribble against Curry, half spin, Hey, pass to Nibuya for a layup against Kagami. Was that Kagami or Kyoshi? But they make the layup. 5-point difference. And it's over. They're subbing in the other players now. So yeah, let's just sim this. Akashi with 37. 8 and 7 with 4 blocks as well. 2 steals. The Crown Kings, all of them scoring 20 plus points. Maizumi with 18 assists and 11 rebounds. It's not enough for Chris. 25, 3 and 8. Shooting 3 for 4 from 3. Hyuga with 21. Kagami 20 and 10. Kyoshi with 18, 12 and almost a triple-double with 9 assists. Kuroko with 8 assists. Let's go. It's working. It's working. And Seirin just eliminated Rakuzan in the second round. Western Conference Finals. Seirin versus Yosen. The Shield of Ages versus Curry and the Power of Friendship. Seirin takes game 1. Seirin takes game 2. Yosen takes game 3. Seirin takes game 4. 3-1. Let's simulate game 5. Okay, I think I just skipped it and Yosen just won game 5 and Yosen just pushed us to game 6 because I just skipped. Yosen is gonna push this to a game 7 and it's a huge margin. Yosen has been eliminated 90-76 in favor of Seirin. Hyuga with 30, Curry with just 14, 3 but 8 assists, 4 steals. Kiyoshi 12, 5 and 2, Kagami with 12, 8 and 4 with 3 blocks. Kuroko with 7 assists. It was Wei Liu leading Yosen with 20 points and 10 rebounds with Fukui with 27 and 6. Mura Sakibara just scored 10 and 10. Himura 12 and 4. And in the finals, it's a matchup between Aomine and Kagami, but Kagami has Curry's help and Kuroko's power of friendship. Seirin takes game 1. Touou takes game 2. Seirin takes game 3. And Seirin takes game 4. That's Simcast. 55.1 seconds left. Seirin is leading by 8, 109-101. Let's jump in because Curry is going to get another championship here. So they're running the OG Seirin lineup. I'm gonna move Izuki out first. I want to see Curry, Kuroko, and Kagami in the game. Izuki running the clock. 7 seconds left. Double team Kagami inside. And he makes a layup. Pass to Aomine, open lane, a midi from Aomine. Yeah, you can see in the sideline there, they're gonna sub in all of the other players because this is garbage time. 18 seconds left and Seirin's in the lead with 8 points. Pass to Kagami. Kagami, oh, a short stop shot. 10-point difference. And there you have it. Seirin wins with Curry, Kuroko, Kagami, Kiyoshi, and the rest of Seirin. They win the KNBA Finals Championship. What a way to end the video. Kagami holding the trophy there. And your boy Kagami wins Finals MVP as well. Well deserved. Curry 21 and 14 assists. Kagami 21, 17 rebounds. Kiyoshi with 7 assists, 16 points. Hyuga 21. 3 guys were scoring 21 points. 21. Kuroko just 3 assists, but it's fine. He had a 13 plus minus rating, so that's fine. Sakurai the leading scorer with 27. Aomine's 23 with 4 blocks. It wasn't enough to push them to game, I don't know, 6. And with that, Curry in Kuroko no basket ends with Seirin winning the championship, averaging 19.2 points per game, 7 assists, 1.5 steals, and 47.6 from 3. It was like a clear victory in the finals against Touou Gakuen with just Aomine and his ISO style of play. Yeah, that is the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Comment which NBA player I'm going to put in Kuroko no basket next or any what if scenarios in Kuroko no basket itself. Alright, peace out.